We're live.
We are. Good morning, and welcome to the Angel and Tina Morning Show. Happy Thursday to you. Hey, Tina, how are you doing?
We are doing fabulous. However, we are missing a couple of people today.
We're a little light in the
We're a little light in the audience things today.
We've had
for a few reasons.
Our guests are having some technical difficulties getting on, and we were working on it. And eventually we're like, well, we just got to go live. So
we decided to do the Angel and Tina Morning Show featuring Tina Torres and Angel Tessie. So we are your guests today. How do you like that?
We've never done the show, just the two of us. We've always had guests. Oh, well over, what is it? Tomorrow's number 120
episodes that we've
120
had.
episodes before we had guest issues. Actually, we've had folks that have had to reschedule or things that come up last minute or
extra guests coming on. Like yesterday, we had extra guests come on, and so we just kind of run with it, right? So we're running with it.
We are, and I think that's something that is just a testimony. It doesn't have to be perfect. I think done is better than none.
Right.
To be a little bit flexible, to be willing to go with the flow. And I think I saw a post not too long ago from Dr. Wendy Labat. She was talking about that it's your attitude about how, when things happen to you, how you deal with it will often determine the results that you have. And so we're just being a little flexible today. Tina's got her watch party.
I'm trying to do a watch party. I'm trying to do something here.
Well,
do something. We have people watching.
We do. Okay, so first of all, while Tina's doing that, I just want to say thank you to my fabulous little co-host for using our banner season service to give me my new little water bottle.
Your tumbler, yeah.
My tumbler.
So what does it say?
It says, become obsessed with what you want. About a few weeks ago, probably several weeks ago, we had Michelle Cunningham on.
No. Kimberly Olsen.
Sorry, Kimberly Olsen. I keep giving Michelle credit for this one. I apologize. Right? Kimberly Olsen made this statement about you get what you think about most of the time. And I totally agree with that. Mm-hmm. And she said, you've got to become obsessed with what you want. And I had wrote it down on this little sticky, and I've become obsessed with becoming obsessed.
Right. Like you turned this into your theme. You turned it into like an email marketing campaign. You turned it into social media posts. You even turned it into your VIP theme last weekend. Weekends ago.
I ran with it.
Obsessed with what you want.
And so when you think about that statement, even when you think about the Angel and Tina Morning Show and the Connect Summit and all the things that we have done during the last few months, if you make this nice little rock star list of all the publicity, all the opportunities, everything that we've done, we have become obsessed with bringing people together and giving them a platform to share their story, for people to come together, to connect. And we do it every single day. Right. And so Tina
no
says,
matter what,
you don't have to have the sticky note anymore, because she put it on my Tumblr for me. So pulled it out of the mailbox. It's been sitting in the mailbox for 2 days.
I was like, have you got a package? She's like, no. And I'm like, now I'm getting kind of worried, because I'm like, I sent it like a week and a half ago, and it usually comes right away, right? And I was like, let me see. I'm like, oh, it says it was delivered. Oh my God, somebody stole it.
Now we have, they call it a mailbox unit. It's like the box of mailboxes, and it's
kind of like an apartment building, right?
Down at the end of the street. So we don't have like a mailbox at our home. And of course it snowed. It's been snowy and cold for the last 2 days. And, Sunday was a holiday, Monday was a holiday, and then, or no post on Sunday, right? Monday. And then it's been snowy and cold for the last few days. So we're not going down to the mailbox. It's freezing. We had 4 inches of snow yesterday.
Oh my God.
So when we pulled it out of the mailbox, it was so cold. It's warmed up a
Well,
little bit.
and it's metal now. It's metal too, so it's even more colder. But thank goodness for Jay that he got himself all bundled up and walked down there for you.
He's a trooper. He's manly. He's like, I'll
And
go out
he's
in
your
the snow.
MacGyver. And he really is your MacGyver. I think it's so funny that you have your little your power button for your
Yeah. So you know how like underneath a desk you can have like a little like a special
silent alarm.
it sets the alarm or locks the doors or does something, really, cool.
Well,
Well,
this is your really cool button.
this is my cool button. It turns on my disco ball.
Well, too bad it doesn't light up. Does it light up?
Well, it doesn't have any light on it. So
Okay.
It would if there was light on it. I wonder if I could. Yeah, there's just no light in here.
So what are those things that are coming out like this? I thought those were lights.
These are lights, but they're little. They're like they're just not very
okay.
okay.
I wonder if we can get brighter lights. Like if you put, you know how you put the disco ball on and all of a sudden it's like.
Yeah, these are not bright enough, or it's too bright in the room and not dark. It's not dark.
True.
Can't even see it.
You can't. I mean, you can see it moving. You can see it sparkling, but you can't see it like lit up. I like it. I need to get a crystal. I was gonna say crystal ball, a disco ball.
I got a thing from IKEA.
Did you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that disco ball is very like it's part of your story. Like it is part of your coming out story, right?
It is. So yeah, that's why it makes its own little debut and in so many things, because when I tell my story about being on the radio for 10 years, of course, we would put the disco ball up in the radio studio and play disco music on Fridays. And nobody could see it, but
But every Friday you put your dancing queen up there with your disco ball.
My producer, I have one of my producers, Charlie, had like this afro wig and these glasses that he would wear. Nobody could see him, right? It was just us, but we would get all in costume, and so
I love it.
when they let us go from the studio, right? It was 5 minutes before we were to go live on the air. Brought us in and they said, we've made a change, which is lingo for goodbye, right? Instant out, no explanation. And that's pretty common in broadcasting. And they said, we'll help you with a cardboard box. Like, we've got boxes in the kitchen. We'll give you a cardboard box.
You've seen those movies where people are like, you're out of here. And you have their little cardboard box in the elevator going. And that was literally you. With your disco ball.
With my disco ball in my cardboard box.
And you went, I'm taking my disco ball with me.
Yeah, so it's part of my story. It's part of my story.
I like it. And it's part of you because your favorite thing in the world is disco. Like your favorite song is Dancing Queen.
Okay, well, what's your favorite song? My
favorite song right now, I don't know. I have a few. Like, Girl on Fire by Alicia Keys, Confident by Demi Lovato, Firework by Katy Perry. Like, I have a few like power songs.
Yeah.
Like the songs that, they play when you're coming out on stage, So like that Confident song is what they used to play. And every time I did a really good job when I was working in the corporate world, the guys would always, work with all men. They would always play This Girl's on Fire by Alicia Keys. So it was like my little song.
You are like a little jukebox. Like every time somebody says something, you're like, you've got a little song.
I do, because I love music. I like listen to music when I'm getting ready in the morning. Music is like, I don't know if it's the Spanish thing, but music is like the thing. We always listen to music while I'm cooking. I don't know. We always listen to music when I'm like in the road, like driving somewhere. I have like the best like driving music, and I'm like singing. I don't know how to sing at all, at all. But in the car, when the music is blasted, Tina's a singer.
She's like, I'm on it. I'm ready. I'm just belting it out.
I am belting it out. I am. No, don't ask me to do it any other time because I will not.
Do you karaoke?
We have done karaoke. Me and the boys used to do karaoke all the time, and they used to have so much fun. But you know, of course, they're gone now. So
All three of my kids can sing.
really,
Yes.
well, they all work at Disney. They're like
They
all like,
Yeah, they can sing. And so I remember my husband, we bought this sound system so we could do events, right? So we could do corporate events, do big boot camps. And he set it up in the house. And of course, my kids are all like singing along. And so I'm like, well, I want to do it. And I grab it and I start and I'm like, oh no, because with the speakers, you can hear it. I'm like, oh.
okay, so are you or Jay, neither one of you guys are singers? And
No.
all three of them got this gene from
somewhere. Yeah, nobody, gosh, really. I mean, we have one. Well, have you ever heard of the group Il Divo? They are an opera singing group. There's 4 men. There's one from Spain, one from Italy, one from France, and one from America. And the group is Il Divo, ILDIVO. And they sing opera, but they sing pop culture songs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's really fascinating. Well, the American used to be my brother-in-law.
Really?
Yeah.
So maybe that's where. Wait, no, that's your brother.
No, but he's not related. Like,
oh, I know.
yeah. But he's got this amazing voice, and we used to be related. Well, actually, it wasn't my brother-in-law. He's the brother to my ex-sister-in-law. So my ex-sister-in-law's brother. So not related at all. At all. But he can sing, and so that's where my kids got it.
Who knows where they got it from? But they do, and they are using it to their advantage too, because all of them work at Disney.
Yeah.
So they have like this perfect little Disney lifestyle that they live, and they can just start in song all the time, anytime they want to.
We kind of do. We do a whole lot of that, right? We drink the Disney Kool-Aid for sure. For sure.
Well, we have gone through so much. So in the last 6 months, I'm like, I want to. Can you send 4 months? Oh, I got my nails done too. Look. Oh. Of course, they're pink. In the last 6 months, you said 4 months the other day, and I was like, Angel, 6 months, and you were like, 6 months?
No, it is really kind of flown by. It's kind of shocking to me that it's been so long,
right? And we have not left the house. Like, you and I have not left the house. I mean, we've been out little tiny things.
I've done a few things. We almost went out to dinner with friends last night.
We almost did. But the dining room is closed and they're only doing takeout. So they came over and had dinner at my house. Oh. I mean, I went to the beach that time for those 3 days, which was so fun. But it was still kind of weird. Like, it was, everybody's wearing masks. There was hardly any restaurants that were opened.
I know. We stuck the leaf in the table because we usually have it kind of small. So we stuck the leaf in the table so we can have more space.
So you can social distance?
I don't know how to do this. I'm like, so we'll just, so we're not right on top of each other.
Well, Kelly and Ryan, they started back yesterday, I think it was. They're in studio, and they like have the couch in the middle, and they're like, he's like over there and she's sitting over here.
I saw
no studio audience.
No studio. The Peloton, I saw there was a class where 2 of them were teaching the same class, and they have a partition in between them, like a glass partition or plastic or whatever in between them. So they're together, but they had this partition, like when you go to the grocery store, how they have the plastic.
Yeah, like in my nail salon, they have the little plastics between each person and between you and the nail tech. Yeah. It's just all so weird and so
who's ever in the plastic business and making those little shields?
They're making billions, right?
They are doing great. They're like,
Well, they did say this, all this controversy, like all these plastic people, they did this on purpose. They released it so they can make plastics and masks. I'm like, yeah, that's
Yeah, that's why, right?
that's why.
But yeah, they're turning there's certain industries that have absolutely seen a boom. Obviously a lot. I have a friend who does auto body collision, and he's like, there's no cars on the road, or they're not getting
There's no accidents.
there's no accidents. And so it's like, oh, well, there's something you wouldn't have even thought about that.
Right? Like there's no people leaving, so there's less cars. So that means there's less accidents, which means there's less insurance policies being paid out. And
Yeah.
it's not like just a whole roller, right?
Yeah,
All
so
the
the
way out.
insurance companies are not paying out on policies,
Yeah.
right? So yeah, there's some businesses still
And I mean, and then they're saying that the air quality and like Mother Earth is like recreating itself too, because there's hardly any cars out there. There's no people out there smoking and doing all this stuff. So it's kind of like,
I
I
have
don't know,
seen
maybe this was just a reset for Mother Nature, like, and I'm not
Was
into
it-
all that stuff, but
was it a reset for Tina?
it definitely only was a reset for me. I
Yeah.
mean, not really a reset, because I was just like, I was about to be like out there. Like I had all these stages all set, like everything ready, but I think I still was able to do what I wanted to do. I have spoken over 65 stages in the last 6 months.
Yeah, Tina, there's no way, right? That you would have done that many
No
you had to travel
way at
to.
all.
And yeah, you've had so many, you can barely keep track of all the
The
ones that
other
you're
day, I forgot that I was on an event. I was like, whose event is this?
Yeah, you've had so many, and they just keep coming.
Yeah.
You've got the
We
Navigate
have
Her
to, like,
conference.
we'd have a little conversation, like a 45-minute pre-game, pre-show every morning. And she's like, am I talking on that show? And I'm like, I don't know, but am I? She's like, we have to kind of keep each other accountable. Like some of them, you need to pre-record your stuff and send it in by a certain date. And she's like, oh, I already sent mine in. I'm like, crap, I need to send mine in. But the other day I almost forgot one. I thought it was just a podcast, where you get interviewed. It was a whole speaking thing. Like I was speaking in front of 50 people. And I'm like, Angel, thank God I have my media assets like folder right there, that I have my 20-minute talk, my 40-minute talk, like, boom, I'm ready. Because you have to be #media ready, right?
Yes. And you are, and you were, and you've come so far. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud. I'm so excited.
I'm just holding on to your coattail, I'm just holding on. Because you're a couple streets ahead of me. So I'm just where are we going now? Where are we going now?
Well, we have created, I think, this amazing community. Like the power of association is alive and well. We're helping authors do their whole bestseller publicity and marketing campaign. And a piece of that is getting them on the Angel and Tina Morning Show to celebrate. I love how you talk about the Good Morning America. Like they start out their morning. I get people there so excited, Tina. Like that was so much fun. That was the best. What was Michelle? Michelle was saying,
yeah, Michelle Cunningham the other day. She was like, "Oh my God!" So I was on the Angel and Tina Morning Show, and oh my God, they have like the best show. It was like the best interview ever, like the best show ever that I've ever been on. And I'm just going, "Oh my God, really us?"
They I think, the bright start to your day,
and it's such a easy, fun laughter. You start your day off like this. And, we kind of said that a couple of weeks ago. I was like, I feel like we're like people's Good Morning America. You know how when the actors, their big movie would come out, and for like 2 weeks, that's all you've seen, her, everywhere. And they would be on Good Morning America. And then, because it's in New York, and then they would go to like Regis and Ryan, or Kelly and Ryan, and then they would go to The View, and then they would go to the next one. And you just see them everywhere, like from early morning till like the nighttime ones, right? Like, who are the nighttime ones? Like Jimmy Kimmel and all these nighttime, and you see them everywhere. And I was like, I feel like we're the authors, those best-selling authors that we're helping, that we're their Good Morning America. This is where they start.
It is. It's what sets the tone for the day. Make sure that they're all excited on board. We check where their book is sitting on the bestseller status, and we get to monitor that throughout the day.
And
And
sometimes they're already on the bestseller status and they had no idea.
no idea. They had no idea. That has happened more often than not, that their book is sitting. And this is something interesting. If you've published a book, if you go out and speak and that book is getting sales, pay attention and monitor the Amazon rankings, because they're not going to send you an email that says your book is sitting on the bestseller list today. They're not going to notify you. It's up to you to babysit that. And most authors don't, and they miss out on
that screenshot, because you got to screenshot it so you can say, look, this is what I did.
Yeah. Well, and even, I think we even had a couple weeks ago, Albert Corey. We looked up his book, and his book was sitting at number 67 on the bestseller list. So that means that he was a bestseller. He didn't even know it. I mean, he knew he was a bestseller, but didn't realize. And then, so he did a little campaign, a little push, and overnight,
the next day,
yeah, he's back up there in the top 10. So it doesn't, once your book, I mean, you're competing against over 4 million books. And so if you want to go from 4 million to 1, I mean, that's a huge jump that has to happen. So you're talking, 100 sales an hour, right? All day long to get it up there in that 4 million or whatever the number is, right? But once it hits, to keep it up there, you only have to do a few sales a day to keep it on that bestseller list. It's when it drops down that you've got to do this great big launch and this great big push. And of course, it depends on a lot of other factors too, right? How many other books are selling that day, what category you're in, all sorts of algorithms for Amazon. But go sell books.
Right?
If you want to sell books, start with the Angel and Tina Morning Show.
Yes, and call us. We'll put you on. We want to help you. We have some audience members. Of course, our number one fan out there, Wendy Labatt, says, "Hey, can I jump on the show with you guys?" Hey, and Wendy, come on.
Oh yeah, sure. I'll send Wendy the link.
And then she said, "You guys can sing in your head. You guys are so great and so much fun, even if it is at a distance." Don Bates says, "You have to," she's telling me to behave. She knows me so well. She says, "Angel, I love the disco ball. They are the arms. The disco ball is heaven at large." I love it. Daniel's watching. We have all these people watching, but we also, Angel and I have, so over the last 6 months, so you guys all know the story of me calling her up. I was in the Tampa airport on my way to San Diego to a photo shoot, and it was March 10th or 11th. And I was like, "Oh, Angel," I was like, "what are you doing?" She's like, "I'm sitting here it's snowing and da 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 da." I was like, "I just had 3 of my events canceled." She's like, "Oh my God, me too." 8 of them. And then I was like, "Oh my God, another one just canceled." And as we're talking, things are getting canceled left and right because people were starting to freak out a little bit about the coronavirus, right? They're like, "I think the whole world's going to shut down." And you know how it was. We were like, "What's going on?" And I'm flying from Tampa to San Diego and I'm going, "Oh no, I need this to all happen," right? And I said, "Maybe we should do a virtual event because your events are canceling, mine are canceling. We can create an event." And she's like, "Oh my God, yes." And within an hour, her and I back and forth on Facebook Messenger, what should we call it? How would we do it? Who do we invite? Da 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 da. We put out a blast. I think we went Facebook Live, told everybody what we were doing. And if you were speakers, to reach out to us. And within 12 hours, and you guys know the story, within 12 hours, we had 28, we had more than 28, but we had to stop at 28 speakers. And we did a 2-day event. We did it on March 26th, just 10 days after I made that phone call. 10 days. And
yeah, from phone call to summit. To
a 2-day, 28 speaker summit, which you would have never done that for a live event. You would have had to get the hotel, the venue, the food, the beverage. You would have to have all this promotion. Well, since then, we have done 7 summits. And I mean, had over 3,000 people attend all these summits, over 75 speakers that we were able to put on stages, like big speakers too, like Les Brown, Sharon
Sharon
Lecter,
Lecter.
like big speakers, right?
Yes.
And then from that spawned off, there she is, our #1 fan. From that spawned off the Angel and Tina morning show because we had such good energy. They wanted more. And, Angel, and you guys, like I said, you guys know the story. Angel was very reluctant. And I was like, let's just do it for a couple of weeks. It'll be fun. And so, of course, we started the Angel and Tina morning show on April 6th. And since then have had over 250 guests on. Our 120th show is tomorrow. 120 shows. We created a whole, like an award show, the ANT award show, and we had a gala, and we gave over 60 awards out to all of our guests. So it has just grown.
Sorry, my phone was ringing. Who's calling me?
Somebody say, can I get on the show?
Morning show time.
Hello, Dr. Wendy.
Hey, I saw you guys on there. I said, where are the guests? It's like, well, hey, you all are good by yourselves. But I said, hey, if I could jump on, I will jump on.
Look at her. She took action. She was like, listen, put me on there.
And speaking of books, I got my manuscript back, Angel, and there are only a few little minor tweaks, but it is looking good. I read through it. I'm like, okay, this is pretty good. So I'm excited. I'm really excited. So we should be able to meet up.
When is going to be the launch date?
September 30th. And I'm hoping to have maybe my author copy by the time I come out to Denver in a couple of weeks or whenever. The 23rd. So yes. I'm excited about it. So thank you, Angel, because you're my, dynamic media specialist. Help me get this book done. So I'm excited.
Wendy has, of course, you guys all know, she's been a guest many times here on the morning show. She's been a speaker on the Connect Summit. She is the financial healer. She's got a fabulous story, and we'll let her tell it. But we've been working on her book, publishing, or getting the book written. It's about to be published. She's going through the whole bestseller marketing campaign. She'll be here again on the morning show. We're gonna do a double whammy for Wendy for her book, and so we are going to publish the book, and the book is going to be published September 30th. She's going to do some speaking. She's going to be here in Denver the week before doing some promotion for her book. And then 3 weeks later is when we're going to run her bestseller campaign. So she's going to have this nice little, month-long promotion of her book, not just a one and done. She's going to publish it. And then we're also going to run a separate bestseller campaign. But Wendy, you want to give a little bit of your background, your story?
Yes, I'm excited. I'm like, but anyway, I know I've been an entrepreneur over 36 years, and I started all this internet, pre-social media. The only thing you could do with a cell phone was make an expensive phone call. And
after 7 o'clock.
Yeah, even then it was expensive, but I ended up, starting a business, and wasn't my goal, but I ended up starting a business and, had a corporate clientele, needed all the brick and mortar and the employees and all the overhead that goes with it. So having the limited funds, I had to really learn how to think outside the box to be able to, take control of my finances, make my money work for me, and, help my business grow and develop. So that, was hard knock lessons, but that was good. And then in 2014, when the Affordable Care Act was enacted, it required that all individuals have health insurance. So I expanded my business to include insurance and professional financial services. And I didn't want to be a hypocrite, so I bought all this stuff, because people were asking me, what do you have, or do you have this? And, I want to be, a person of my word. Yeah, I have it. And I could literally say I had it. And there's one of my colleagues that after a couple years, he had gotten diagnosed with kidney cancer just from going, to on a physical. So I was telling him, I'm saying, I'm sorry to hear about that, but I'm sure you're going to clock some dollars because, I knew all the stuff I bought. I didn't know what it was, how it would value, but he told me he didn't have health insurance. He didn't have any of the stuff we were selling. It's like, how can you not have that and you're in the business? But it just made me feel better about having it because, I didn't want to be a hypocrite. And then in 2017, I was diagnosed with breast cancer.
Hello.
Oh,
Sorry.
Oh, no. I thought somebody else coming on the show. So I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and my chemotherapy treatments were every 3 weeks for a year at a cost of $67,000 every 3 weeks. Now, I don't know about you, but that could have put a real hurting on me.
You think?
Yeah.
Oh, it could have been a little damaging.
Yeah. And then
Homeless.
So I had 5 surgeries with all the, CAT scans, MRIs, all the other stuff that goes with, treating breast cancer. And that totaled to, 300,000 plus in addition to the chemotherapy bills. And fortunately for me, I practiced what I preach. So my health insurance covered all that. I didn't pay hardly anything. And then I said, well, I know I've got some other coverage. Let me see what I've got. And all the supplemental stuff I had, I got a multi 6-figure shot in the arm that allowed me to, focus on my recovery instead of worrying about money or my business. Everything just kind of flowed. And I was like, okay. And I was cool. I didn't think I'd have to do anything after that. But the Spirit said, no, I positioned you to reap a benefit from this journey. It's time for you to go on a crusade and help others, get their finances in order, protect their, health, life, and everything else. And so that's what I've been doing. That's when I developed the financial cures and developed the financial cure system. And that's what, my crusade is. That's what I'm fulfilling. So, and I'm enjoying it. And then people are really benefiting from it. That's the key thing, that is really helping people. And I'm just excited, so.
You are excited. And I'm so proud of her. Hashtag always media ready. She was just like you, Tina, the other day. You could totally switch gears. You had your media assets, you have your talk. When given the opportunity, right? Are you ready? Could you say yes and jump in? And so, Wendy, I love that. I do have to take a little sponsor break. I want to make sure that we promote our fabulous sponsors of the Angel and Tina Morning Show. And I know Daniel is watching. He's with Sonic VA, Sonic Virtual Assistants. If you're just feeling overwhelmed with too much on your to-do list, I'll tell you what, you will not believe the service you will get with Sonic VA. We have so many of our guests that come on the show and then call Sonic VA and take advantage of that 10% discount off their first 40 hours of virtual assistant service so that you can do what you do best and hire out for all the rest. Check them out at sonicva.com. Daniel, I know you were watching. Thanks so much for hanging out with us this morning. Bliss by the Lake Boutique, our clothing sponsor. Check them out on social media. And then Zandra TV Network. If you've got a podcast, if you've got content, think about taking it not just to YouTube and social media, but let's elevate your game and create your own TV show, produce your own TV show on the Zandra TV Network. Schedule your discovery call by going to their website, beonztv.com. That's beonztv.com. Those are our sponsors. Super excited. Almost 120 episodes of the Angel and Tina Morning Show, thanks to our fabulous guests who spontaneously pop on. Oh, and look, Dawn Bates is going to spontaneously pop on and join us here as well. This is a woman on fire. What are you, publishing a book every 7 days, Miss Dawn Bates? Hello, darling.
Hello, gorgeous. How are you? Hello, and congratulations, Wendy.
Thank you. Thank you. I am so excited. So where are you now? Where part of the world are you in now? I know you've been kind of stuck in different places.
Yeah, no, I'm still in Argentina, still waiting for Tom Hardy and the boys to come and rescue me. So,
You've got a bestseller or a bestseller. Well, of course, they're all going to be bestsellers. You've got a book coming out tomorrow that you're starting pre-sales for. Yes.
yes, it goes on pre-sale tomorrow. Moana, she's the first of 9 true stories written as fiction to protect my clients. So yeah, it's bringing in a lot. It's fire. Yeah, they're quite harsh stories. They very painful, releasing a lot of trauma for a lot of people. Because as Wendy will testify, when we keep things inside of our bodies and traumas inside of our bodies, they manifest in very painful, very toxic ways. And the only way we can really get rid of them is to release them. So yeah, it's 9 books all coming together.
9, all like in a short period of time. 9 books.
Yeah,
And
we're going to release them every 3 months.
oh
New
my
book
goodness.
every 3 months.
Every 3 months. Dawn, how do you stay light, right? Because you are dealing with some pretty heavy topics.
Yeah.
How do you
Oh,
that giggle and that smile and that brightness?
you just get grateful. I mean, come on, we've got the gratitude specialist here with us. You know, you're just grateful for every day. You're grateful for the fact that you have water and food and shelter, and you've got to wake up every morning to give life another go. You know, it's, if you're not grateful for the small things, which are actually the big things, we have to remember it's the small drops of water or the small grains of sand that make up oceans and deserts. So if we want that vastness, we want that abundance, we have to start being grateful for the little things, because they are the big things.
That is
Everything else just gravy.
elegant about it's grains of sand, right? Little drops of water, little grains of sand that make up the whole vastness, the big things. So, well, Dawn, Wendy, it's so fun to have you guys like popping in this morning. Wendy, I wanted you to be able to give your call to action. How do people get in touch with you? How you want them to follow up with you?
Well, you can text the word TALK, TALK, to 770-796-4944, and I will grace you with a complimentary 20-minute strategy session.
Fabulous. Miss Dawn, how, if somebody's got a story inside of them, or they want to go and support you or buy any of these series of books, how do you want them to connect with you?
The best place is just head on over to dawnbates.com. If they want to subscribe to whether it's Moana's books, it's dawnbates.com/Moana. If they want Annie's book, it's dawnbates.com/Annie Gibbons. I like to keep it simple. Just go to dawnbates.com. All my social media tags are on there, so they choose their favorite platform. They get to follow me, connect with me that way. Life is simple.
Simple.
I know.
But you have been quarantining in Buenos Aires for this whole entire, what is it, 7 months? Oh my goodness.
Yeah. But you know what? I can't control that. The only thing I can control is what I do with each and every single moment. So whether I'm sliding across the floor in my socks, wiggling it to the Paso Doble, which Tina, the Paso Doble.
This chick has been going live on Facebook, like sometimes half naked.
I'm not naked. I've got my best. It's hot today.
No, the
I'm
one
not
time
naked.
she had a towel on and she was doing something. Remember you were doing live and you were
I was drying my hair.
Did not fall off.
Well, the neighbours nearly got an eyeful, I'll tell you that much. Forgot to close the blinds.
You gotta be careful when you go on these camera things, right? Where you are. Sometimes if you're on your phone, it will automatically just turn on the camera. I'm like, nay. Right? Like I might be in the bathroom watching, doing my hair, watching a podcast or something. I heard one time because a little extra skin was flashed. I hung up and I didn't get back on.
Ever. I never went back on.
I never did. No, I didn't.
I'm so grateful that the only time I do videos normally is like something like this. If you look at my Instagram or my Facebook, you'll never see me go live. But that night I was just in playful mode and thought, I'll try out this Instagram video thing. I'm not a video person really. I've made TV documentaries. Sorry?
I said, and you were just dancing away.
Oh, I was. I love that tune. I love it. I absolutely love music. Music is life.
Yes.
That's how we started. That's how we started the show, was talking about music. Well, ladies, I'm super excited. You guys popped on and very spontaneous to be flexible.
Hashtag media ready.
Hashtag media ready, right? And
Always.
these are both authors that we are helping to promote their books. Annie's book came out, Becoming Annie, bestseller on multiple continents, hot new release. It's been given some of the most amazing praise for the story, the bravery, shattering those glass ceilings. And Dawn, I know these are amazing books that you get to write for your clients. And so it's super exciting to see that. And Wendy, I know Wendy's worked so hard to put this book together. She wants to put a book together that is going to change your financial legacy, right? It's going to create that generational wealth. It's going to, it's not a matter of, of if you might have a medical something, right? It's a matter of when, and are you prepared for it? And is it going to ruin you financially? And thanks to Wendy and her story, her testimonial, it doesn't have to. So both of you ladies, stop, Dawn, stop.
I'm getting all watery eye. My mascara's starting to come into my eye.
Well,
when you just get to work with such incredible people and you help them release their story or shine their light brighter. And she's such a beautiful woman, Annie. And, the women that I'm working with, the men that I'm working with, the stories they have to tell, like Wendy's book I haven't known Wendy very long, but just seeing some of her story, I'm like, wow. And the fact that we get this blessing and this gift to be able to share our stories so that we can help others heal or speak their truth or have the courage and the confidence. I had a message the other day from someone who bought my book that I published 10 years ago, and I just didn't know what to do with that feedback. I'm just sat there like, how do I even respond to that? And it makes my heart so happy. And I just like,
it's those little seeds that you're planting that, further down the road, years down the road, you're changing somebody's life from them reading your story. I seen that you went through this. I'm going through this. You helped me know that I can get to that other side.
That's why God sends you through those journeys, for other people as well as for yourself. So, you think it's like, oh, why am I going through this? Which I never said that, but I would have said that had I not been a stronger woman of faith. But, you do it because you're an example for someone else. And you just have to, appreciate that. Like Dawn says, you find that you appreciate the little things are important. Forget about the material things, just getting up, breathing and walking and seeing. There's so many people that don't have those faculties, and you're just grateful. You have to be grateful.
That gratitude.
We do.
That gratitude.
Yeah. But Angel, I wanted to ask you now, I'm coming to Denver and it's already cold and snow. So I guess I need to bring the boots or wear the boots and bring the jackets and all that.
You better check the 10-day forecast because I
Yeah.
don't know what it's doing here. in
And
Denver.
check
We
it like 2 days before because
know.
just 3 days ago it was 90 degrees
Yeah, I was
there.
gonna say, I looked at it the other day, and it's like, okay, Denver's still nice in September, but then you said that's like, oh wow, Denver's gonna
Yeah,
be like that in
She's sitting in
September.
4 inches of snow right now. I keep telling her I'm not buying my ticket quite yet.
Yeah.
So it did snow. We did get 4 inches, but in Colorado, true Colorado fashion, it's gone.
Mhm.
It's melted, so it's gone, but it's still a
So
little
no
chilly.
snow angels then?
No, no snow angels. It
Not
came and
yet.
it went.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have no idea. Hopefully it'll get hot again.
Mhm.
So we are
I'll
waiting
be
to see.
prepared. I'll be layered so I can take it off if I need to.
Well, if you need, I still have all of the scarves that Tina loaned me when I went to Atlanta, and I wasn't dressed warm enough when I came to Atlanta, and it was freezing cold
Mhm.
when I came to see you guys. So I still have all those scarves from Tina sitting in a little box, all just ready.
A little Tina bag.
It was
You
in a bag.
reminded me of my adventures around the world because each boat that I've been on as I've been researching my next series of books, you get on the boat, right? Because obviously we're going through different time zones and different climates, and we're on night watch as well as during the day, and we could be like just within an hour we'll be meeting squalls. Every boat I've been on, there's been like a supply of clothing. Like, do you need this and this
Your boat,
because you can't carry it with you?
Yeah.
Say that again.
Okay.
Here's your boat full of clothes that you need.
Oh, my boat's gonna be full of books and stationery. That's it.
You can go naked.
There might be some
Clothes. You
food,
don't need
but it'll be
clothes on
mainly
the boat.
stationery.
Well, all right. Fabulous. What a fun show that turned out to be the little show that could. When we were trying to get on this morning, we're having technical difficulties with our guests and decided, like we've got to go. We're like after the hour, we've got to go. We'll reschedule you, and thought, well, we'll just see what happens. And look at what it turned out. Look at what it turned out to be. I'm like taking all these great little notes. You guys are just inspiring me. You are just inspiring me. Tina,
Likewise.
you did good, girl.
Oh, well, thank you. We were supposed to announce something today, and we ended up not doing it. So we will announce it soon.
We will.
You can't leave us like that.
Well, we only got 3 minutes. We got to close the show.
We got to close the show because we both have places we've got to go. I'm Angel Tussey. I'm your media matchmaker, your media exposure specialist, and we are having so much fun helping brand new authors launch their books, become bestsellers, bring them on to be able to share their story, here to be the bright start to your day. I've got a complimentary media starter kit you can get started with at makeyourbigimpact.com. That's my website, makeyourbigimpact.com. Lots of great resources for you. We've got workshops coming up. We've got the Media Mastery Bootcamp coming up at the end of the month. Make sure that you guys plug in and reserve your tickets for that. Lots of fun stuff. And just make sure you're following the Angel and Tina Morning Show because you never know what's going to happen here.
And you never know who's going to be on. You never know. I am Tina Torres, your client retention expert, otherwise known as the gratitude specialist. And if you're struggling with building your audience, finding the right clients, or even retaining those clients that you already have, I have a complimentary guide that will grow your audience organically online and offline. Connect and nurture those relationships authentically, and then take those relationships and turn them into paying clients. And you can grab my complimentary guide when you text the word connection to 26786. That is the word connection to 26786. What a fabulous day we had. We all were having technical difficulties. I was having internet difficulties. It is crazy, but we went ahead and do it. Better done is better than none, like Angel Tussey always says. We are Angel and Tina on the Angel and Tina Morning Show, where we come to you live every weekday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern. We are so grateful that you guys are our audience and our loyal fans. We will see you guys tomorrow. Hope you guys had a great day and hope that we brought a little sunshine to your morning. Have a great day, guys.
Bye.
Bye.